Hi, welcome back to Spirit's Path. This is D, and today's tarot card of the day out of the Wildwood Tarot deck is Life Lesson card of the Balance, or actually just Balance. And meditating and thinking of this card today for myself, I was like, how do I get that great balance within my life, right? Where was I successful when I had a good balance? Great balance, between finances and relationships and career and, just everything interweaving, right? And, it's very rare that you end up having a good balance in everything because everything's so polarized. One day everything might be going good and next day, it's not. You've always got these highs and lows, right? And, you listen to, if you listen to sportscasters and things like that, when they talk about, teams and great chemistry, and things on that nature, it's that balance of offense and defense, right? Could be individual players. It also could be, as a team. You got to have that balance of leadership as well as, the people that are just there to do the work, right? And, there's a balance within the universe, right? We think of light and dark, we think of good and evil, we think of, humanity and nature, right? And we talked a little bit about that earlier, with the stag. He knows what's going on in the forest, okay? He knows, if you've done something, bad or if you've done something good, right? The universe knows that as well. And, it starts making, I don't want to say it makes corrections, but, as you're going along your path, you might get that squirrel syndrome and you go off to the left or you go off to the right, chasing that shiny object, right? Chasing that perfect person, right? Or that perfect job. And, the universe will correct it. The universe will bring you back into balance. So instead of going way out here, it starts bringing you back this way, right? And maybe you overcorrect, you overshoot, right? And then you're coming back, all right? And it's all good. It's all part of the game. It's all part of life. Nobody said that life is fair. Nobody said that life is unfair either. It's what you make of it. And, it goes back to, the Judgment card or the Great Bear. It's just having that inner tranquility in that sereneness to know that in order to get to be your higher self, okay, you have to have that balance, right? You have to have those boredom days, which is strong here, and the frustration days, as well as, the days where everything's going great. With all your life lessons cards, this isn't something that's going to transpire tomorrow or transpire in an hour or transpire in a minute. It takes time. It takes time for universe to guide you along. It takes time for you to, move on that path. And, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, right? Or the day after or the day after. We don't know what our future is. But the universe and your spirit guides are lining things up for you to move forward. And, patience is the key. It's the key in a lot of things, and it's a key here of being balanced. It's taking that moment on your journey to rest and be still, right? And, one of the games that I like to play within myself, when I'm out and about is to listen intently to what's going on around me. So, I might be driving, my vehicle during the day and, what do you hear? You've got the radio on, right? Your mind's kind of, focused on driving, but also thinking, right? But as soon as I step out of that car, what do I hear more? Do I hear the truck coming down the street or do I hear, birds chirping in the trees? There's that balance, right? And, the other thing the other game I play is, where's my shadow? Within the sun, when the sun's out, it's just like, okay, and what is the shadow saying to me? You know, what is going on, around me that allows me to, think about the role I play in this microcosm of life, right? And having that balance. And it's like I said, it's taking a moment on that journey and resting and being still and listening to what the universe has for you. There's some trust and some confidence within all of these life lessons cards, right? Of the stag, the great bear, the forest lovers, and now balance. 4 out of the last 7 cards. What are they really saying? I try to paint the story every day for everybody, and sometimes it's different, and it's about learning what the trust and confidence in your own strengths, and helping you to find that balance moving forward. And it's necessary for ourselves, all right? To free ourselves from our fears, to free ourselves from our self-doubts, to understand how we're moving forward. And again, number one, you got to take care of yourself. You got to have that balance. You have to have that balance in work-life relationship. You have to have that balance in your own relationships, right? If you lack it, other things set in. That boredom possibly, or the frustration of not having somebody to talk to, right? And it's just it's taking time to have that self-commitment, okay, right there, to have that commitment with others, with yourself, to have that strength of heart, the knowingness of, having that balance of that perfect union, right? It's having that balance within nature and understanding your place in it, okay? It's also understanding your balance within the universe and not try to be, as judgmental, as most people are, right? And looking at people for human beings and spirit, right? Rather than he, she, they, them, whatever. And just enjoying life, right? And not thinking about, what's going to happen tomorrow. The universe will take care of that when you wake up. And that's a perfect balance in itself. Getting out of bed. That whole night of rest into that whole day of work. Finding that balance. Your higher self will open up once you are in this state, okay? And once that's revealed, you'll see even more where you can improve on your balance. So that's today's card of the day out of the Wildwood Tarot deck, Balance. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others. Give me a thumbs up. This is D for Spirit's Path, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care. God bless. Stay safe, everybody.